your COVID-19 vaccine. The site is opening up in just minutes, 3 exactly. If you score a slot, these will be for appointments as early as tomorrow. Next at 6, we're walking you through the process right when that site opens up.
But first, grab that jacket, turn the heat on a little bit in the car. It's pretty chilly this morning. Weather Authority meteorologist Matt Devitt is up next to let us know if we're going to warm up today.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Got water?
In your house?
What do I do now?
Call 239-936-1033.
Call Fire Service, your disaster response friends.
Some of America's bravest warriors are returning home wounded. Here's one of them.
My name is Norberto Lara. I served for 11 years in the United States Army. While I was on a combat patrol in Baqaba, Iraq, a rocket-propelled grenade took my arm off at the shoulder. When I came home, I felt alone. My family was around me, but I couldn't talk to them about what I'd seen and what I'd done. I remember just thinking, man, the way I am right now, I don't want to live. I was discharged from the Army, and I've been working with the Wounded Warrior Project since 2007. You don't have to be severely wounded to be with the Wounded Warrior Project. We do have a lot of guys that have post-traumatic stress disorder. Being able to share your story, I guess it kind of helps you wrap your mind around what did happen over there. Just because you've left the military doesn't mean your life is over. Because when these guys are coming home, I'm kind of leading and training them instead of for combat. I'm leading and training them to heal. If I come away with anything from Wounded Warrior Project, it's them giving my life back. My name is Norby, and yes, I do suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, but I'm okay.
Don't suffer in silence. Contact woundedwarriorproject.org.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't seen your lap in months. And even more stuff. But still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
A fallen officer lies in honor. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Brian Sicknick, killed during last month's Capitol attack, is just the 5th private citizen ever to be so honored. His remains in an urn now in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. And late last night,
President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden paying their respects here. They joined Officer Sicknick's family, some lawmakers, and his fellow Capitol police officers. His family saying they want to thank congressional leadership for this historic honor.
Lindsay Watts with Fox 5 in D.C. Sicknick will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. The FBI is mourning 2 agents murdered outside a home in Sunrise, Florida.
According to the Miami Herald, the suspect was lying in wait, watching the agents as they approached through a doorbell camera, then shot at them through the front door, striking several officers, killing Special Agents Daniel Alphen and Laura Schwarzenberger. The suspect, who has not been identified, then killed himself. The veteran agents were executing a search warrant related to child pornography.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty. President Biden signed 3 more executive orders focused on immigration.
Establishing a task force for family reunification and a review of the Trump administration's policies, which President Biden says needs to be rolled back.
The last president of the United States issued executive orders I thought were very counterproductive.
The administration also preparing to open an overflow facility for unaccompanied children at the border due to an increase of migrant flow.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The Senate's moving forward on the president's $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid plan.
The needs of the American people are so demanding. We need to think big, and we need to act quickly.
Democratic leader Chuck Schumer is using a budget reconciliation process that sidesteps the filibuster, meaning it could pass next month without a single Republican vote, frustrating GOP Senator Todd Young.
The president emphasized unity throughout his campaign, and that was the theme of his inaugural address.
America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. The midweek commute is slowing down in Lehigh Acres on Jaguar, heading east of Eisenhower towards Columbus. So heading eastbound, just stick to Milwaukee. Also delays on Idlewild and Fort Myers, east of Plantation to Metro. We still look great on Daniels Parkway if you're heading towards the interstate eastbound as well as west. Slowdowns, however, beginning on Alico, getting off of 75 towards Ben Hill. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. These days, a statement like that might get you banned from Twitter. Who said it? That radical Thomas Jefferson. I'm Lori Roman, president of the American Constitutional Rights Union, and this is a Live Free Minute. After more than 200 years of enjoying free speech, the current cancel culture has Americans fearful of expressing themselves. The First Amendment to the Constitution was written to stop the government from infringing on the God-given right of every American to express their views. We pledge that we will not remain silent. Please join ACRU in standing up against cancel culture, because without free speech, we can't live free. This Live Free Minute is brought to you by American Constitutional Rights Union, a national nonprofit organization in Naples, Florida. If you'd like to learn more about our work, visit livefreeminute.org. livefreeminute.org.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455, or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Remember, customize and save with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Why would someone take a chance on purchasing a frameless shower door from a big box store or an online discounter of an obscure brand, and then try and find a licensed, qualified installer to put it in, when you can deal directly with a local, family-owned business that consults, measures, manufactures, and installs their own award-winning brand of shower doors? My Shower Door is a family-owned and operated business and has the highest ratings on Angie's List and Home Advisor. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdor.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on the web. DrewSteele.com is the website. Go there. DREWSTEELE, DrewSteele.com. The website is mobile friendly, so it's good for your smartphone, your smart device, your computer as well. Anytime you want to watch, it's set up that way, mobile friendly. You can still go to Facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio if you would like to to watch as well. That's not a problem for the time being, although Florida getting ready to fight back against big tech. I like this. I like what the governor had to say yesterday. Steps that the state of Florida is going to take to deal with big tech. And I've said this before, and I'm so glad that the governor is stepping up to this as well. Look, there's going to have to be a time where we're going to have a little bit of federalism here, everybody. We're going to have to be looking at states' rights. We're going to have to be looking at the state of Florida and say, no, we are going to push back against those that are going to say, this is what you're allowed to see. This is where you're allowed to speak. And not only that, but when it comes to free speech and anything that the federal government is going to do or say that would be against the Constitution, our constitutional rights. If the federal government is giving us a mandate saying that we have to do something that is unconstitutional, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, no, we push back. Yeah, no, we're not going to follow along. Listen, if California can follow along with anything that they want to do, go against the federal government when it comes to laws having to do with immigration and sanctuary states and cities, things that are, questionable when it comes to the policy that they put forward or the constitutionality or not following along. There's a difference. Remember, don't make this mistake. There's a difference between just shrugging your shoulders and kind of brushing off and doing, if you're watching at TrueSteel.com, this. I've explained to Jake what this means in the past off the air. You don't want to do that necessarily to people to their face. Did I explain that to you what this means?
I know what it means to like the people of the South.
Okay. The people in the North, no. Well, if you're watching at TrueSteel.com, you
thing.
Do you want to tell me off the air what it is?
Yeah, I can't say it on the air.
No, you can't say it on the air. Yeah, that's it.
It's got to be.
Yep, that's it. It's the same thing. So is the difference between California doing that, sanctuary states, sanctuary cities, not following along with the feds when it comes to immigration and not helping ICE and not going along with laws that are there to protect the American citizen, to protect this country, and going against the federal government that is doing something against the state that is clearly unconstitutional, to challenge that. Big difference. You see that, right? Okay. I hope so. So we're going to get to the words of the governor. In case you missed it, the other day, it was pretty amazing what he did say and stepping up and what we will see this session. Look, I am hopeful that this legislative session in Tallahassee, and if I have anything to do with it, and I kind of do, well, because I have a voice, you have a voice. It's not that I'm any more special than anyone else. It's just we all have a voice. We all have representatives here in Southwest Florida that are here to represent our interests and go to Tallahassee with that in mind. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but I'm just suggesting that you've got to put pressure on those elected officials to go to Tallahassee and to work on making sure that we are protected in many ways here in the state of Florida, the kind of things that are happening that people are coming here to enjoy. Breathing the air, the fresh air of freedom and liberty, kind of like what we do at Seed to Table at Alfie Oaks Farm Seed to Table that we will be doing on Friday morning. Don't forget, we do this show live from Seed to Table. It's our first Fridays. Every first Friday, we're going to be out and about, and we're going to be at Seed to Table, the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, 6 to 9. We've got great guests. Bob Rommel will be with us at 7:30, I believe, around that time on Friday, state representative. So we will talk about some of the bills that he's going to be trying to move forward in committee and hopefully during session to protect your rights, to protect your liberty and freedom. And there are some interesting bills that are out there. The great Julie Kelly, I say that, the great Julie Kelly, American Greatness, and she will be joining us live as well. And we're going to talk about some of the nonsense that's coming out of D.C. and some of the things that we need to be worried about, and maybe even some of the things that we're not talking enough about. So there's a lot to enjoy on Friday, along with a great breakfast. Grab coffee, grab breakfast. Maybe you're on your way to work or you're taking the kids to school, whatever the case may be. 6 to 9 a.m., our first Fridays at Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table, and I hope to see you there. And it's the kind of thing where when you go to a place like Seed to Table and you are there with so many people, and one individual I was talking to recently, a friend of mine that I saw there for the first time in probably 20 years. And one of the things that he was communicating to me about being there, because he doesn't even live in town anymore. He had to move out of town because of the situation to try to find work. He was actually, wait, let me flip that. He moved out of town when things were good to go to the East Coast of Florida, and because there was a lot of work there in his business. Once COVID hit, the business shut down across the state, well, across the country, his business shut down. Businesses like his shut down. And he has come back here to work and be able to do musician and be able to do what he does in a place like Seed to Table, and saying that the one thing that he noticed right away at Seed to Table and here in Southwest Florida, as opposed to even the East Coast of Florida. So here you have the micro of the macro. You have the micro, which is Southwest Florida and Seed to Table, and you have the macro, which is Florida and the rest of the country, which is that it's exciting to see people together. You can see that the mood of the people that are there is much different than it is on the East Coast, where it's dour, where they just don't see, they see more hope than they do, let's say, in places like New York and other areas around the country, but they don't see the kind of the breath of liberty that you see, and I mean that literally, when you're talking about masks, right? Mask mandates at Seed to Table, and how encouraging it is to people. It was spectacular what he said and the way he put it, and I'm just paraphrasing because the way he explained it was great, but there was life there. There was hope there. There is hope there. There is joy there. There is the hope for the future and the belief that not only we can get through this, but we can do it right. We are doing it right, and politically, it's a much different atmosphere than where he is on the East Coast. There's something to be said about that. There's a lot to be said about that. So we're going to get to what the governor said. Also coming up, Chuck Schumer says, hey, listen, Joe Biden's on board with Democrats just ramming in some massive COVID relief. The $1.9 trillion. Yeah, we're going to work together. We're all going to come together, everybody. Joe Biden's he's bringing the world together. It's like all I want to do is what's that old Coca-Cola song that they used to have? I like to teach the world to sing. You remember that whole thing? The Perfect Harmony. Jake's looking at me like he has no clue. Do you even know what a Coke is?
Oh yeah.
Do you think Coke and a Smile is that? What do you think the Coke? Back in the 70s, they did this whole song, and
you guys have like a polar bear or something.
What do you mean? Did you guys have a polar? What do you mean, you guys? You mean like back in the day? Is that how you refer to? So when you're going back to the 60s and 70s and even 80s and dare I say 90s for you, it's you guys back then. You people. Then when you were that back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a polar bear. But even before the polar bear, there was something. I got to play the music. You're not going to believe it.
I've never heard it.
Go look it up. Go look up. Google in the infamous Google machine. Do Coca-Cola song 1970s. Teach the world to sing, and then wait till you see. Watch. Go ahead and watch. It should be Joe Biden's. That should be Joe Biden's song from a week ago. That should be his. Are you watching it?
Well, this guy's hair is phenomenal.
We start with that. No, now just go ahead. I'll come back to you. Go ahead and listen to the song. Pay no attention to the show. Just listen to the song, watch the video, and then I'll come back to you in just a minute. That should be maybe Joe Biden's whole. That's what we're led to believe, that the Democrats and Joe Biden want this kumbaya moment to come together, like to teach the world to sing, like the Coke commercial and everything else. And until you find out that, Joe Biden has no clue where he is or what's going on, because he's not even in charge. It's really about Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. And we're ramming this baby through. We don't care about Republicans. We have no interest, zero, nada, not a drip of interest from Republicans on what they want to do when it comes to COVID packages. And there's a big reason for that. And you do understand that there were the quote unquote Republicans, Mitt Romney, Susan Collins and others that were there at the White House to meet with Joe Biden. You know, the ones that call themselves Republicans. You kind of laugh when you hear that because it's like, you guys are not, you're not, no. They presented or are talking to Joe Biden about a $600 billion relief package. This is the other side of it, the $600 billion relief. You do realize it's going to go absolutely nowhere. And the reason why Chuck Schumer is going to ram this whole thing through is because a big portion of what they're trying to keep out of this is money for states, money to bail out lousy, crappy states that have been running their states into the ground like New York and California. And now because of all the issues that they've had with pensions and all the bad way that they've been running the state and the issues with deficits, and who cares about all of that? The federal government's here to bail us out, baby, and we're going to do it under the guise of COVID-19 relief. We got to have it. You better believe we got to have it, and they're going to get it any way they can. And if Republicans aren't on board, which they haven't been on board because they know the game plan, well, too bad, so sad. It doesn't work out for you. So what ends up happening is Chuck Schumer wants to ram this thing so does everybody else through, and they don't want Republicans involved because they don't want any part of that, because they want to bail out their buddies, because they want to keep those liberal bastions of hope alive. You know, keep hope alive. Or hope and change, or one of those things. All right, let's go. Here we go. Let's flip back. All right. Did you watch that?
On a hilltop in Italy, we assembled young people from all over the world.
Yeah, they did.
To bring you this message.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
It was a great little message. I liked it.
Did you like it?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was, right?
The production quality wasn't really there. It sounded like it was recorded in an aluminum trash
Well,
can.
it's the 70s. You did record in tin cans back then.
It literally sounded like that.
Literally, you sang into a tin can, and that's what it came. Yeah. And beside the production quality, can you see why
the content of it's great.
It's Joe Biden, right? It's Joe Biden and the administration the way he would like for you to believe that Democrats are coming together with Republicans. Does that make sense now? Do you see
this is definitely the picture they tried to paint whenever he was inaugurated.
Yep.
But definitely the weeks that followed were.
Yeah, not exactly. Didn't go that way, did it?
Not really.
Yeah, see? Okay, so you get the idea. So it was a really good reference. So do you agree that my reference was a good one?
Spot on.
Well, thank you. All right.
And use old stuff to make it cool. And it was old.
It was old. Well, Joe Biden's old.
Whew,
I mean, we're talking Joe Biden. I remember the story about Joe Biden asking Ben Franklin if he can borrow his glasses to read a couple of things. Remember that whole story? Sorry. He's old. Oh, man, is he old. There's got to be some really good old jokes, you know. Joe Biden's really old. How old is he? Come on, you've got some. 239-479-5592. You know, there's always those. That guy, just type that into the Google machine. Type in, that guy is so old. How old is he? And you'll see all kinds of one-liners that you may or may not be able to repeat. All right. I am so happy that we have Ron DeSantis as governor of this state. I'm so happy to hear what he has to say about fighting against big tech. I'm really happy that he has taken and ripped a page out of the Trump playbook and is not going to sit there and take any kind of snot from half of these snotty the media people that want to ask all these questions about Ron DeSantis, really to destroy him or to pick at him or to kind of chip away at his credibility, because we are in 2022, everybody, because we are in election season right now. Oh, yes, we are. And so I'm going to get to that audio coming up in just a second, but I know we're going to take a break. Go ahead, Jake. What do you got? Some of those one-liners? Joe Biden is so old.
No, I don't
How
have
old
any
is he?
one-liners, but I just the fourth link when you type that in.
Yeah.
It's Joe Biden, ... an old man trying to lead a young community. It's just young country, whatever. Okay. But you literally type that phrase in and Joe Biden comes up.
There you go. See? Even the Google machine knows, I guess. All right, 239-479-5592. The audio of Ron DeSantis coming up. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love the reporters and the way they question him. And I love his comeback. Is what did he say? Did he actually say this? I just want to make sure that this quote is for real. Where was it? Did he say that? Oh gosh, where is it? He said something like, "You can't whiz on my leg and tell me that it's raining." Did he say that? Well, we're going to find out. All right. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. We're going to be at Seed the Table. We'll talk more about that on Friday. And if you want to watch this program, drewsteele.com, S-T-E-E-L-E, Steele has 3 E's, drewsteele.com. Go to the website and watch right now, or facebook.com/925 Fox News. Sabrina Katz says your traffic.
A disabled vehicle is blocking the off-ramp onto Daniels Parkway from 75 southbound. Also, we are very busy on the interstate. Lots of cars traveling south of Corkscrew Road to Bonita Beach Road. There is slowing traffic as well in Bonita on Old 41 southbound towards Bonita Beach Road, but we still look great if you are heading towards the interstate on Bonita, starting from US 41. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, 67 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon, full day of sunshine with some gorgeous conditions. Now for Thursday morning, coldest of the winter season, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Getting it right every day. 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
High-O silver, the erratic trading in shares of companies like GameStop, seems to have migrated to commodities, sending silver prices surging to an 8-year high, with futures jumping more than 9% yesterday, although it eased a bit in Asia overnight. No quick deal on coronavirus aid. President Biden told Senate Republicans he's unwilling to settle on too small a package. Google will pay over $3.8 million to more than 5,500 employees and past job applicants to resolve accusations that it discriminated against female engineers and Asians in California and Washington state. The Congressional Budget Office expects the economy will grow at a strong 4.6% annual rate this year, but that employment won't return to pre-pandemic levels until 2024. U.S. stock futures traded higher overnight. Asian stock markets advanced. Oil futures higher. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal G. Ingrasso, invested in you.
Some big news. Since Election Day, almost 5 million people have downloaded the free Newsmax TV app on their smartphone. You can trust Newsmax TV. Watch it for free anytime. And go to Newsmax.com for breaking news. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Call your operator if they don't carry it. Plus, watch Newsmax on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, TiVo Plus, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax is real news for real people. Start watching today.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
Why wait for so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group? Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
and eat it. Tastes like St. Patty's Day.
Aye, come celebrate. McDonald's is serving up the one and only Shamrock Shake. They're tasty, cool, and delicious. But hurry, they won't be around for long.
The Shamrock Shake is back at McDonald's. Do you have any idea what a Shamrock Shake is? Did you ever hear of that before?
No.
That was a commercial from the 70s. Actually, that was from 1983. McDonald's, they're bringing back the Shamrock Shake. It's a shake, and it's green. It's a milkshake that's green. And let's just put it this way. Here's what I remember as a kid. It was green. And there's a reason why it gets green. And, coming in, it's green. You could probably finish the rest.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs, and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us.
All right. I know a lot. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little juvenile this morning. I'm sorry. Come on. You guys have to know what I'm talking about. By the way, good morning, DrewSteele.com viewers. Good morning, Facebook.com/DrewSteele Radio viewers. And if you're there on YouTube as well, good to see you this morning. No, you all don't know what I'm talking about with the Shamrock Shakes. Do you remember the Shamrock Shakes from McDonald's, how they were green? Nobody remembers this? Am I the only one that knows what we're talking about here? I'm just watching on the comments and reactions. Anybody ever have that? You drink, it's totally green, and then I just remember as a kid when you had it, it was green, and going in, it was green. And it was green. No, nobody. I'm on an island. All right. Oh, never mind. All right. Let's see. Who do we have here joining us this morning? Thank you, Gary. I don't know that they were great. Let's not get carried away. I don't know that the Shamrock Shakes were great. I just remembered they were the same going in and as they were coming out. Were they minty? I don't remember them being minty. Maybe they were. I don't know. Laura, you remember. They come out. It comes out the same way coming in, right? Yes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Come on now, Ken Skelton. Love Seed to Table. Love to see you guys at Seed to Table on Friday if you get a chance. Maybe you're taking the kids to school, you're going to work. Just grab a coffee, come upstairs, say hi. I don't know, just shake a hand, do an elbow, whatever you want to do. That's fine. Just apparently you don't have to worry about bringing a mask. All right. Who's with us this morning? Who's with us? Terry's here. Good morning, Terry. Good to see you. Tiffany and Love Seed to Table. Yep, it's an awesome place. All right. Good morning, Native American. Native American is here. There's sunshine in the forecast. Yes, there's sunshine in the... It's not... Was that like a joke? Like, of course there's going to be some kind of sunshine because the sun comes out and... All right. Brian says it's another day in paradise. It is. Yes, it is. Good morning, Gary. Good to see you here. Good to see you as well. Lauren said you didn't know that they stopped. You're talking about the Shamrock Shakes. Yeah, I guess if you don't go very often, then you wouldn't know. I agree with that. All right, so stand by, Craig. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. And coming up, all right, so the governor's pushback on big tech, which is awesome. That's coming up. Let's see, what else? Oh, Jen Psaki's latest debacle. Joe Biden with immigration and that latest debacle. We'll talk about that. They're shocked to find out that there might be a rush to the border because of Biden's immigration policies. Shocked, I tell you. We'll get into that. All right. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
All right. He doesn't care to say hi.
I'm going to get my Slim Jim.
Oh, he's going to get his Slim Jim. All right. We got to go. We'll see you in a little bit.
Cat's Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Aaron Walker here. Looking for quality tires at a discount price? Hey, look no further. We got you covered at the all-new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center. Sedan tires starting at $69 per tire, or $388 for a set of 4. SUV tires starting at $87 per tire, or $448 for a set of 4. Mounting and balance included, folks. Over 800 tires in stock, all major brands for all makes and models. That's right. We've got tires for all makes and models. Yes, the all-new Discount Tire Center may be located here at Naples Nissan, but we'll hook up that Toyota, Ford, or Chevy you're driving too. Southwest Florida, if you need new tires, regardless of what kind of car you're driving, you're definitely going to want to check out the grand opening sale we got going on here at the brand new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center on Pine Ridge Road, or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select brands and models. Cannot be combined and excludes tax and shop fees. See dealer for details.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. There's a trend in the air conditioning business with the rip-off companies to become plumbers, electricians, and air conditioning companies all at the same time. The stories we hear about huge plumbing and electric work rip-offs go right along with the scams these firms tend to run with the AC side of their business. If your company is advertising AC, plumbing, and electric, it's very likely one of those scam artist telemarketing companies with the bait-and-switch cheap service call. If you need a plumber, hire a plumber. If you need an electrician, hire an electrician. If you need to throw money down a hole, pick one of those multi-trade firms, and they're more than willing to take your money. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Bryant, whatever it takes. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
Our windows made a difference in terms of how our house looked. So it looked 30 years old with our old windows. And now that we have our new Storm Shield windows, they look totally different. Our coastal look is coming along. We definitely have other projects to do, but the look alone of these windows has definitely improved our house. We have more energy efficient windows than we had before. It's quiet, and we definitely know in the event of a storm that we're safe and secure.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Gulf Coast Coin & Jewelry is hosting our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction this Saturday, February 6th, starting at 11 a.m. in our Fort Myers gallery. Gulf Coast will be auctioning over 1,000 pieces of new high-fashion jewelry, designer jewelry, luxury timepieces, including Rolex, exquisite diamond and estate jewelry, and a huge variety of very cool collectibles. Great gifts for your Valentine at auction liquidation prices. Proceeds will go to the Bonita Bay Veterans Council, a 501c charity. First-time auction buyer? Every auction item is pictured, detailed, and described on our website at gulfcoastcoin.com. Bid online or join in the fun at Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry, located on 41. Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry are proud to help our local veterans and community with our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction. Join us Saturday, February 6th, or visit our website at Gulf Coast Coin to bid and make direct contribution to support our local veterans.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
There is always a better way, and we will always chase after it. We're building a cleaner energy future with millions of solar panels, and we're using the latest technology, investing in energy that's not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. As we see it, the horizon is always moving, and to chase it is to deliver America's best energy value for you and for Florida. See how at fpl.com/value.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. Streaming live on the web, drewsteele.com, DREWSTEELE. It's mobile friendly. It's set up to be mobile friendly. Basic, simple. You get to watch the show from your phone, from your mobile device, from your computer. You can still go to facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio, YouTube as well if you would like to do that. That's fine. But you can watch at drewsteele.com. Go to the website. And right there you can watch, and we do appreciate it. We do appreciate the governor fighting back. Steps that the state of Florida is going to take to deal with big tech.
These behaviors are concerning to me, as I know they are concerning to many Floridians. It's high time that we step up to the plate to ensure the protection of the people and their rights. And I'm committed to addressing what may be one of the most pervasive threats to American self-government in the 21st century, because I believe in individual rights, privacy rights, and property rights, because I trust Floridians to choose which content to consume and which to ignore, and because I want to preserve Florida's rich, diverse public discourse and not allow corporate-owned, narrative-approved outlets to dominate our voices.
Just a little bit of the governor talking about his fight against big tech, working together with the Republican-controlled state legislature and the power abuses, including censorship, deplatforming, election interference. And leaders plan to propose legislation that, if passed, seek to protect Floridians' privacy rights and penalize Silicon Valley giants for taking actions against political opponents and citizens through shadow banning, algorithm manipulation, capitalizing on anti-conservative bias. You know that it's happening. We've heard about it. We've seen it. Everybody has witnessed it. You probably yourself have witnessed it. Abdicating the protection of consumers for the pursuit of profit. That's what big tech does. We can't allow Floridians' privacy to be violated, their voices or even their livelihoods diminished and their elections interfered with. Now, I'm going to explain to you what the proposal is going to include in just a second. But a couple of things about this. Number one, there are very few governors across the country that would step up and do this. There are very few governors that have a situation like they have here in the state of Florida, where the policies and the procedures moved forward by the governor and with the help of the legislature have produced so much at a time where other states are hurting so badly. And that is something you can't deny. And the left in this country hates it. Hates the idea that somebody who was so closely aligned with Donald Trump as president of the United States, that somebody who could be running for president in 2024 and somebody who seriously will have a really tough time, you would imagine, all things being equal, notice how I put that in there, losing an election in 2022. The way things have been able to be handled in this state through this COVID pandemic, and the states that have been failing, and how we have 8 straight months of growth and job growth. We continue to grow here in the state through all of this. And how is that even possible, you would imagine? But when you have the right policies in place, you can get it done. And again, before I get into the specifics, some of the other things that he brought up in this announcement going after big tech.
Consequences of big tech censorship are felt far and wide. Take, for example, big tech's approach to censoring criticism of pseudo-scientific lockdowns during the coronavirus pandemic. Well, these lockdowns were almost universally rejected in pre-COVID pandemic preparedness plans. Lockdowns at the time of the pandemic were favored by the, quote, narrative. And so in the name of, quote, science, articles and posts warning against lockdowns were taken down and censored. The result has been the destruction of millions of lives across America, as well as increased deaths from suicide, substance abuse, and despair.
And I'll add to that, that's a fact, Jack. And here's the other thing about that. Excuse me. Disputed. If you're on the left, if you're a Democrat, and look, and again, when I say left, Democrats, media, all lumped together because they are, and if you're a Democrat, this is who you are. I'm lumping Democrats in together with the left, period, and discussion, and this is why. Because if you are a Democrat right now and you hate the idea that I'm lumping you in with the leftists in this country, the radical left in this country, and you hate those words, and that's not you, then what are you doing? Because if Democrats are quick to try to label Republicans, let's just say, as, and fill in the blank, in the negative, conservatives, fill in the blank, as a negative, then why do you get a pass? You realize what your party's doing right now. I mean, you do, right? And unless you disagree with it in some way, then why are you a Democrat? Clearly, you agree with the policies that this administration is moving forward, and we're going to get through to some of that. But he's right. You couldn't talk about lockdowns. You couldn't talk about hydroxychloroquine until you find out that, that if you actually use it early in the process, that it does help. And then that even the American Journal, who is it, JAMA, was it that put that out? And others that were saying, maybe we got a little ahead of our skis on that one. That all of a sudden it's okay after the fact, after any information that was out there as a therapeutic during the year last year had to be taken down because there was a president that you hated that was backing it. We know all about it. We know all about the censorship. And like he said, talking about lockdowns and anything that had to do with it and how bad an idea it would be taken down off of these social platforms. I might make the argument, and at the same time that some of these things were taken off social platforms, I might make the case that there were moments in time when you can look and say that there were things that were allowed to be put there, that were supported. A perfect example of that is the whistleblower that we all know about here in the state of Florida. The whistleblower known as Rebecca Jones. And there's a great article in Human Events, humanevents.com, that talks about and gives you the specifics. If you wanted to know why the Rebecca Jones issue and the story of Rebecca Jones in the state of Florida is so ripe with lies, it's explained in detail. Christina Pushaw in this article. If you want to know Rebecca Jones, the narrative and the truth, oh yeah. And how this narrative was pushed by from MSNBC to CNN to the Washington Post and the New York Times, and everybody pushing all of it. Dr. Jones, she's not a doctor. How did she even get this job? This whistleblower that we're told. Man, there's so many parts of this article that I would love to read. Maybe I'll just give you a little taste of it. Remember, Rebecca Jones was the scientist, the data scientist that we're told that was blowing the lid off of COVID, because what they were trying to do here in the state of Florida and DeSantis was trying to do is give you some false hope in manipulating the numbers to try to make look like things were really good in the state of Florida when they were awful. That's not true. I mean, it's true what she did. All right, so let's see. 8 months. Okay, for journalists struggling to explain the deviation from the narrative, Jones's tale was irresistible. She confirmed their unspoken suspicions. Florida's relative success in fighting COVID-19 was an illusion crafted by a mendacious Trumpian governor and his flunkies who fudged statistics to justify their homicidal reopening drive. DeSantis's categorical rejection of Jones' allegations only gave them momentum. When he's like, this is crazy. The things that she's saying, that's a lie. Oh, it's a Trump thing. It's a Trump. You see, too closely aligned with Trump. 8 months later, however, Jones is making headlines again, this time facing a felony charge for breaching a government computer system. In interviews with MSNBC's Joy Reid, Ali Vesey, CNN, Ellen Burnett, and other opinion makers, Jones cast herself as the target of a vast right-wing conspiracy orchestrated by the governor, his loyalists, judges, and his Gestapo, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. The media continues lauding her. Remember, these were words that were actually used by those in the media. The media continues lauding her. Fortune named her the top 40 under 40. Forbes awarded her Technology Person of the Year for stepping up to fill the vacuum left by governments during COVID-19. She started another lucrative GoFundMe to defend science. Jones's story sounds impressive. There's just one problem. It's not true. NPR described Jones as a top scientist leading Florida's pandemic response. In fact, Jones had held 3 jobs in her field. All 3 ended with her being terminated and criminally charged. Is that a 40 under 40? Is that how you get to be a 40 under 40? Is by having your, maybe it was, 3 out of 3. Maybe they were shooting for 4. 40 under 44, the number 4 times she was criminally charged. Did you know that? All 3 times she got terminated and criminally charged? They go through the details on exactly what happened. It's therefore misleading to imply Jones's specialized knowledge of infectious disease. Florida's top Democrat officials called her Dr. Rebecca Jones, but Jones is no doctor, nor is she an epidemiologist, virologist, statistician, or public health official. It goes through detail after detail after detail of all the things that were lies about who Rebecca Jones is and was. But yet, I'm looking on Twitter at some of the older Twitter accounts with Rebecca Jones still there talking about, and others continuing to push this narrative. Doesn't go away. It gets plenty of likes. It gets plenty of push from big tech because it goes along with the narrative, which is Trump bad, Orange Man bad, DeSantis bad, Florida bad. Florida can only be good if people come along to save it. Do you feel like you need saving in this state? Politically speaking, I'm talking about with this governor. Honestly. You know, for those Democrats that are listening to this program, and I know there are many, and again, I say it all the time because I get your emails. I get your emails. All of them. I can tell you this. Do you know how many people want to be here in the state of Florida right now? Have wanted to be here in the state and continue to want to move here? I'm just making a simple suggestion, a humble suggestion. Sit down and relax and enjoy the ride. As far as politically speaking, where the state is going and how we've been handling everything, you got to calm down a little bit and just be thankful you're not in New York or California. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you think that this ride is an awful ride. 239-479-5592. Talking about politically, the fact that this governor knows what he's doing, is doing the right thing by the citizens of the state of Florida where he was elected, and that the suggestion that a Democrat is going to come along in 2022, who? Nikki Fried, is that who's going to do it? Is going to come along and Andrew Gillum, part 2? Is that what you're suggesting, that these are the individuals that are going to come along and save the day? Seriously, that's probably the most simple assessment you could make. Is you look at what's happening here in the state of Florida with the way this governor has been handling the pandemic up to this point and what we have been able to accomplish as compared to other states. And you tell me that you're telling us that Charlie Crist, thank you, Scott and Lehigh. Charlie Crist. You're telling me that Charlie Crist is going to come along, Andrew Gillum is going to come along, Nikki Fried's going to come along. They're the ones that are going to come along and do what? What are they going to do? To save the day. Really? All right, one more thing. Do we have time to play this? No, we don't have time to play this. All right, we'll come back, and I've got this audio clip. No, I got to play it now. I can't play it now. No, I'll wait. Because when the governor said, you can't whiz on my leg and tell me it's raining. Can I just play that part? Oh, man. Yeah, when a reporter was asking him about, how you can do this and how he could say this, and they brought up Hunter Biden, and he's like, Hunter Biden? You're going to bring up the Hunter Biden story? Is that where you want to go? A perfect example? Oh, I know I can't. Yes, we can. I got to do it. Sorry, Jake. No, I can't. All right. When we come back, we'll play the audio. 239-479-5592. Also, we'll talk about the president, as you probably heard. Trump's lawyers offer the former president's answer to impeachment articles on the incitement of insurrection. We're going to get into details on that, what it says, and what we may see moving forward in this, which we obviously know this whole thing is a sham. It's ridiculous, unconstitutional. We'll get to those details coming up. All right, drewsteele.com is the website you can watch, and we appreciate that. Facebook.com/DrewSteele as well. Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Rush Limbaugh. Florida, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer generously allowing restaurants to resume indoor dining. She took credit for the state's COVID numbers dropping due to the targeted temporary pause that she ordered in November. She thanked all of those who made incredible sacrifices and did their part. She said she knows the pandemic has hurt restaurant owners and workers and their families. Governor Whitmer, the pandemic hurt those who got the coronavirus. What hurt restaurant owners and workers and their families was the tyrannical response to the pandemic from Democrat governors like you. Other governors like Kristi Noem, South Dakota, Ron DeSantis, Florida, chose a different path. They allowed businesses to stay open. And guess what? When it comes to coronavirus cases, their states are doing better than the states that shut down the economy and threw thousands of people out of work and forced many business owners to lose their livelihoods. Now, it's easy for Democrat governors like Gretchen Whitmer, Andrew Cuomo, and Gavin Newsom to say, thanks, giving up service to those who made incredible sacrifices during this pandemic. Meanwhile, their business, politics, never shut down. You notice that? Government workers never missed a paycheck and never lost a job to COVID. Only the little people had to worry about that. Last year, there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. That means a cyber bad guy could be selling your personal info on the dark web without you even knowing it. That's just one form of identity theft. Now, you might miss certain threats to your identity by just relying on bank statements or monitoring your credit. The solution? LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss on your own. Plus, if you become a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will help you fix your problems. Of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help protect your personal information. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using the promo code RUSH. Just go to LifeLock.com or call 800-440-4833 and enter the promo code RUSH. Promo code RUSH for 25% off.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455, or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
Hey guys, this is Larry King. Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that don't work? I've got great news for you. I had prostate problems that were driving me nuts. I tried several different natural products. None of them worked. One day I heard about Prostagenics. It beat over 157 other prostate supplements in independent lab tests and was rated #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. So I got some Prostagenics, and boy, am I glad I did. Now my prostate troubles are a thing of the past. I sleep like a champ. I feel like I did 20 years ago. Do yourself a huge favor. Do what I did and get yourself some Prostagenics.
Prostagenics comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can order absolutely risk-free. So go online or call 800-600-2020. 800-600-2020. If you call in the next 6 minutes, you can get a free bottle with the Larry King TV special. 800-600-2020.
Pick up the phone right now.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He's being honored at the Capitol he died defending. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The officer killed during last month's attack on Congress. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more live.
Dave, a Capitol Police Honor Guard is standing watch over the remains of Officer Brian Sicknick. President Biden, accompanied by the First Lady, paid respects last night, hands over hearts, as they stood near an urn in the Capitol Rotunda. Nearby, a folded flag that flew at half-staff over the Capitol in the 42-year-old's honor. Members of Congress expected to visit today. Officer Sicknick is the 5th American to lie in honor at the Capitol. He'll be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Dave?
Rachel, the Senate's moving forward on a $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid plan using a budget reconciliation process that requires a simple majority, no filibuster, so it could pass without a single Republican vote, frustrating Minority Leader Mitch McConnell.
They've chosen a totally partisan path.
We share President Biden's desire to advance this legislation in a bipartisan way, but the work must move forward.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says Democrats won't dilute, dither, or delay. The White House points to mid-March for legislation to pass, the time when unemployment and other pandemic assistance programs expire.
The number of COVID deaths in the U.S. spiked back up yesterday after a recent decline, over 3,500. President Biden has signed 3 more executive orders.
The orders call for an overarching review of immigration, but also targets ending family separation at the border, something the president said the Trump White House initiated.
With no plan, none whatsoever, to reunify the children who are still in custody and their parents.
The president's opponents say his actions could restart a wave of migrants, overwhelming security at the border.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. The Biden administration also preparing to open an overflow facility for unaccompanied children at the border. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
The commute is slowing down on Corkscrew Road, getting off of 75, heading towards Ben Hill. Also slowdowns on Bonita Beach Road west to US 41. The interstate is still just very busy and packed, heading southbound. Of course, use those turn signals this morning. If you are in Collier County, commuting this morning, very busy for you guys on Golden Gate Parkway, heading west of 951. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
So, you're in the market for new appliances. You have a choice. You can chase around sizing up refrigerators, opening oven doors, poking your nose into top-load washers, while wondering if the quality meets your standards and the prices are fair. Or you can go to Good Deals Appliances. Starting at Good Deals Appliances makes all the sense in the world. They feature the top names in appliances like Jen Air, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. But the best part about shopping at Good Deals Appliances is their price guarantee. If you ever find a lower price on the same appliance, Jay and his team at Good Deals Appliances will beat it. Every time, guaranteed. When you need appliances, make your first stop your last stop. Good Deals Appliances. 3 locations to serve you. 41 at Gladiolus in Fort Myers, Pine Island Road in Cape Coral, and on Naples Boulevard near Lowe's and Costco in Naples.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida, Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day. Just watch at the website, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's, DREWSTEELE. We appreciate you watching there at the website, or you can go to facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio as well. Don't forget, tomorrow, Seed the Table will be there. Seed the Table, Oaks Farm Seed the Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. We take the show on the road on Friday, 6 to 9. They're going to open up an hour earlier so that you can enjoy breakfast, grab a cup of coffee, have breakfast with us. I guess we'll be upstairs on the stage. There's a stage upstairs, so we'll be there, and plenty of seating, so come on and hang out with us. It's our first Friday, so getting back out in Southwest Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun to see you. The great Julie Kelly will be joining us, American Greatness, and also Representative Bob Rommel will be joining us as well. We'll talk about some of the issues here in the state for committee going into session very soon in Tallahassee. So there's a lot happening that we are going to get to. Seed the Table, Oaks Farm, Seed the Table, 6 to 9 a.m. We take the show on the road Friday. Our first Friday events, getting back out to see you, and we're looking forward to it. Not many states could do this, but we do here. All right, 239-479-5592. Zach Smith joining us right now from the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org, a legal fellow with the Meese Center. And I am so glad to have Zach on with us this morning because I want to talk a little bit about the president and his legal team and what is going on with these the House's article of impeachment ahead of the Senate trial next week. Good morning, Zach. How are you? It's Drew Steele. Oh, wait, there he is.
Well.
All right. gotta put the phone on there. That's my job, not Shake's. But hi. How are you, Zach?
I'm doing okay, Drew. Thanks so much for having me on.
Well, you could tell I'm excited because I'm standing up and I'm a little feisty this morning because it's cold. I'm trying to get warm up a little bit here. Seems like every day it's cold. I'm a little more feisty, and I get feisty about these House articles of impeachment, as you can imagine. The first thing, Zach, that people want to know is, well, first let's talk about this. Talk about the response of the legal team. What is their filed response to this?
Sure. Well, they're basically taking the position that because Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States, that he cannot be tried by the Senate because the Constitution says that the House can impeach and the Senate can try the president of the United States. And so basically, Donald Trump's and his legal team's position is that this is an extra constitutional exercise because he's no longer president.
Right. And so, when obviously, just as a common average everyday guy, just doing my job, a lot of people listening, guys and gals doing their thing, picking up the kids, taking them to school, going to work. The average person here in the United States looks at this and says, well, that seems pretty straightforward, Zach. I mean, it's not constitutional. So what are we doing here?
Well, look, it has been debated whether or not an ex-president can be tried. A group of law professors came out and said that it is constitutional. Another group came out and said that it is not constitutional. My Heritage Foundation colleague, Paul Larkin, has an excellent article out explaining why it is not constitutional to try an ex-president. And I highly encourage you and everyone to go read Paul's article because it explains it very well and puts it in very plain terms. But essentially, that is the crux of the president's defense, that this is not constitutional. And so it certainly seems like a lot of senators have read that brief, have already become familiar with that position, and to a large extent agree with it. And so regardless of what happens at the trial when it starts on February 9th, based on what we know right now and what senators have publicly said, a conviction certainly seems highly unlikely. So, unfortunately, the entire exercise seems like it will be a big distraction for the Senate going forward.
Yeah, and the way that some people in the media spin it. Now, Zach, I've got to make a suggestion to you, and I know this is going to sound crazy. Are you ready? Here we go. There are some people in the media that bring on quote unquote experts who sort of like to spin this in their own way. I know it sounds crazy, but there are places that you can go, Zach, where they're going to.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know. I hope you're sitting down. And one of them, and I wanted to ask you about this because somebody said to me there was a compelling argument that was made yesterday on CNN when they brought an attorney on to speak to this issue directly. and I want you to, you're laughing at it. I didn't even play anything yet, Zach. I wanted to play this audio for you. You may laugh afterwards. But here they bring on the quote unquote experts. And of course, if the media is doing this, you understand there's a spin. We just want to get to the facts, the truth, the Constitution, because that's what we care about, and the rule of law. And so here's what they said. This was one attorney, and listen to the question here.
Counselor, let me start with you. This is the 14-page brief filed by the president's lawyers. It says, number one, this is unconstitutional because he is a former president. It says, number two, that he has a First Amendment right to speak, and therefore he said things at a rally and people attack the Capitol. You can't hold him accountable.
Yeah, those are wrong, and they're well countered by the very long brief the House filed earlier today. I mean, you don't have a First Amendment right to lie.
Now, that's the line that people picked up on. You don't have a First Amendment right to lie. So what about that? When the argument becomes the constitutionality of a non-sitting president and going after them as far as an impeachment, and then this incitement of an insurrection where the words were never uttered. You can't find it. It didn't happen, but it does go to speech, and then you can't lie. The free speech, and again, just the way she put this.
Filed earlier today. I mean, you don't have a First Amendment right to lie.
You don't have a First Amendment. I mean, is that an argument to make? Is that can she make that argument? Is that ridiculous on its face, or what is she talking about?
Well, first of all, I think there are two important points to remember. You know, the House article of impeachment says that President Trump incited the Capitol riot. You know, incitement in criminal law is a specific criminal charge. And I think legally speaking, criminal prosecutors would have a difficult time proving an incitement case against Donald Trump. You know, there's legal reasons, they'd have difficulty proving intent. There's factual reasons. Based on what we know now, it looks like, the riot at the Capitol had already started before President Trump concluded his rally. But, to be impeached, you don't have to, there doesn't have to be a criminal offense. The Constitution says someone, can be impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors, which is basically whatever the House of Representatives decides. And so that's kind of the 10,000 foot level about it. But, this idea that, you don't have a First Amendment right to lie, well, you certainly can, there are instances where you can be criminally prosecuted, for perjury if you lie under oath. If you defame someone, make false statements, you can be held civilly accountable. They can sue you for that. Right. But basically, it's a red herring. That's irrelevant. What she's saying is really irrelevant to the impeachment. And I think the president's defense is correct to focus primarily on this idea that he's an ex-president and that the entire process is unconstitutional.
Yeah, and I think that I worry that, and maybe you can look into your crystal ball if you have one. I don't know if you do, but if you do, that'd be pretty awesome. So is that what we're going to see? Well, I mean, what's that?
Well, after 2020, I'm hesitant to make any predictions about anything going forward.
Okay, all right. So I understand, but I guess the sad part about this is this the argument that anyone could make against the president is going to be counteracted by this whole process is not constitutional. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to be this revolving door. It's going to be like Elf going through a revolving door and then vomiting into a garbage pail because he's tired of it. I mean, that seems to be what it is. It's just this revolving. That's it, period. So it's going to be, unfortunately, it appears as if there's going to be a lot of theater involved with this, I guess, in the process. And it's a political process. It's a political process. People have to understand that, too.
Right. No, I think there absolutely will be a lot of theater. And, we're really unclear on a lot of the details that will happen when the impeachment trial starts. We don't know if witnesses are going to be called. We don't know how long the trial is going to take. We don't know what the procedures will look like. At the last impeachment trial, all of the senators came in, sat at their desks throughout the entirety of the trial. We don't know if COVID is going to alter those procedures. Unlike the first trial where Chief Justice John Roberts presided, which is required by the Constitution when a president is on trial after being impeached, this time the Chief Justice will not preside. Senator Patrick Leahy, who is the president pro tempore of the Senate, will preside. And so it's going to be a very different process from what we saw before. And frankly, right now, we don't really know a lot about what it will actually look like.
Zach Smith is a legal fellow in the Meese Center for Legal and Judicial Studies at the Heritage Foundation. Heritage.org is the website. Talking a little bit about what we might see in the next week with this Senate impeachment trial. And Zach, listen, I appreciate a few minutes, my friend, and maybe we'll have you back after when the crystal ball is opened up and we get to see the ugliness of what actually took place. We'll do that again, okay?
Sure, sounds great. Thanks so much for having me on.
All right, all the best. We'll see you soon. There goes Zach Smith. Yeah, look, so a couple of things, straightforward, right to the point. Democrats are not going to do anything with this except make this a political charade. They're probably going to bring show video, make it look and sound as awful as they possibly can, still not presenting any evidence to show that they have anything here. It's unconstitutional. And this incitement of a riot and the evidence that Zach was talking about, that it looks as it was pre-prepared by individuals, and that there was no incitement and they can't prove the incitement, will just be something that they'll have on the record, something that they'll be able to vote on, which is going nowhere. But they can just make the display out of it. And again, we see a party that is not willing to let go of and just walk away from the past 4 years with Donald Trump as president of the United States. And it's clearly over fear that there is a president, a former president who may want to run again, who certainly will be out and will be part of the process. And boy, are they afraid of that. It's just unbelievable. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. DrewSteele.com, the website. If you want to watch, you could stream live on the web on your mobile phone. It's set up to be mobile friendly and for your smart device as well as the computer. Facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio. And don't forget, big day Friday at Seed to Table. What's going on? You can be there, and we'll talk about it coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic, here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash in Lehigh Acres at West 6th Street and Williams Avenue is slowing traffic heading southbound on Williams. Also, we are very packed on that Daniels extension. Looking at my traffic cams, it's just slammed heading west of 82 towards Gateway Boulevard. But we're still up to speed on Colonial. That's a great option. Also, the delays have begun on that Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers. We still look great, though, if you're heading out of North Fort Myers into downtown on both bridges. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, 67 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon, full day of sunshine with some gorgeous conditions. Now for Thursday morning, coldest of the winter season, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I am mad at everything going on.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Attention Dish subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing our NFL games and first NFL playoffs, AFC championships, and the Super Bowl. Wink News for your local news and your favorite CBS programs. Take action now. Tell Dish to keep Wink TV.
or WTF.
Yeah, you heard right. Rockstar Harley is willing to finance. Come down to Rockstar Harley's WTF pre-owned sales event this week. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we can help. Rockstar Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Rockstar has over 500 new and used Harleys in stock and the largest inventory in South Florida. It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned overstock Harley sell-off this week, and we must finance 50 pre-owned bikes by this Sunday. Willing to finance sales event ends this Sunday. Rockstar Harley is Florida's #1 volume Harley dealer.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. I've shared my experience with France Eye Care. Dr. France and his team are phenomenal. I had my LASIK procedure there, and it really changed my life. I want to talk to you now about cataract surgery. Technology's really transformed it all, and you can enhance your vision while having your cataracts removed. So you can enjoy clear vision at multiple focal points. So maybe you're having trouble with night vision. Maybe you need an extended depth of focus solution. No matter what it is, France Eye Care suite of services will take care of you. Dr. France and his team of specialists at France Eye Care will guide you through the process to choose the right lens solution for your eyes. So don't let cataracts hold you back in 2021. Call France Eye Care today to find out if you qualify. Dial star 2020 from your cell phone or just give them a ring. 239-418-0999.
France Eye Care.
The Diamond District has the largest selection of GIA certified diamonds at the most competitive prices in the world. Jason and Todd have partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa, and they've traveled to Israel, Antwerp, and India to select the most beautiful diamonds. Visit the Diamond District today for your best diamond buying experience.
You probably know Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
Aaron Walker here. Looking for quality tires at a discount price? Hey, look no further. We got you covered at the all-new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center. Sedan tires starting at $69 per tire, or $388 for a set of 4. SUV tires starting at $87 per tire, or $448 for a set of 4. Mounting and balance included, folks. Over 800 tires in stock, all major brands for all makes and models. That's right. We've got tires for all makes and models. Yes, the all-new Discount Tire Center may be located here at Naples Nissan, but we'll hook up that Toyota, Ford, or Chevy you're driving too. Southwest Florida, if you need new tires, regardless of what kind of car you're driving, you're definitely going to want to check out the grand opening sale we got going on here at the brand new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center on Pine Ridge Road, or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select brands and models. Cannot be combined and excludes tax and shop fees. See dealer for details.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Stay right, 92.5 Fox News. I hear that Jeff Bezos is stepping down as the CEO of Amazon. Did you hear about that, Jake? He's stepping down. He's got big plans. He's got other things to do. Should we worry about him? I was just thinking that I heard. So you're kidding. Jake doesn't want to say anything about Jeff Bezos stepping down from Amazon. What? No, that's it.
Bill Gates 2.0.
That's it. He doesn't want to say anything. But I heard there are some people that are concerned about his future, and they're getting enough of that. All right. Yeah, well, he's got big plans, and just wondering what they might be. 239-479-5592. I know, it's like something seems weird with that, Jake. I don't know. When we come back, we've got Rich Kolko is going to join us. We're going to get into the details of what took place yesterday in Sunrise with those FBI agents and what exactly happened. Want to hear more about that? Governor Ron DeSantis stepping up to a microphone and talking about the fight against big tech. And as he put it, can't whiz on my leg and tell me that it's raining. No, that's exactly the words that the governor used. Why would he say that? What was he talking about? Well, we'll have that coming up and so much more. DrewSteele.com, the website, if you want to watch this program. Daybreak.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I'm an interior designer and I trust Rock Solid.
If you're looking for just the right countertops for your home, the choice is simple. Rock Solid.
I'm a contractor and I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor who wants the finest countertops, choose Rock Solid, a company you can trust.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 JNC Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Ever purchased an online item and either it doesn't fit, has missing parts, or became damaged? Trying to save a few bucks can end up costing more. My Shower Door is a locally owned and operated family business that measures, manufactures, and installs our own brand of frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida. And we were just named Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. With almost 80,000 shower doors installed, we have the experience and expertise. Plus, estimates are always free. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry is hosting our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction this Saturday, February 6th, starting at 11 a.m. in our Fort Myers Gallery. Gulf Coast will be auctioning over 1,000 pieces of new high-fashion jewelry, designer jewelry, luxury timepieces, including Rolex, exquisite diamond and estate jewelry, and a huge variety of very cool collectibles. Great gifts for your Valentine at auction liquidation prices. Proceeds will go to the Bonita Bay Veterans Council, a 501c charity. First-time auction buyer? Every auction item is pictured, detailed, and described on our website at GulfCoastCoin.com. Bid online or join in the fun at Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry, located on 41. Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry are proud to help our local veterans and community with our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction. Join us Saturday, February 6th, or visit our website at Gulf Coast Coin to bid and make direct contribution to support our local veterans.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The remains of Officer Brian Sicknick lay in honor at the Capitol Rotunda. He's the 5th person to receive that honor. He was killed in the riot at the Capitol last month. President Biden and the First Lady have gone to pay their respects.
The two placed their hands over their hearts before his casket. The lawmakers he was protecting, as well as his colleagues, also getting a chance to pay a final tribute to Sicknick. Sicknick was hurt while physically engaging with protesters that stormed the building January 6th, and he died soon after. Sicknick's remains will be taken to Arlington National Cemetery.
Fox's Jill Nato. The president, in a virtual meeting with Senate Democrats, calls a Republican coronavirus financial relief plan too small. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
We share President Biden's desire to advance this legislation in a bipartisan way, but the work must move forward.
The goal is to have something done before extra unemployment and other aid expires next month. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News traffic.
A crash in Lehigh Acres at West 6th Street, and Williams Avenue is slowing traffic heading southbound on Williams. Also, we are very packed on that Daniels extension. Looking at my traffic cams, it's just slammed heading west of 82 towards Gateway Boulevard. But we're still up to speed on Colonial. That's a great option. Also, the delays have begun on that Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers. We still look great, though, if you're heading out of North Fort Myers into downtown on both bridges. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
From smartphones and TVs to desktops, laptops, and tablets.
Every audio device in this hemisphere.
All you have to do is tell your smart device to play 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. In some cases, fast care can be life-saving, especially for heart attacks and strokes. So don't delay or be afraid to get help if you need it. Physicians Regional Healthcare System is safe and ready to care for you, with limited entry points, screening for everyone, deep cleaning, and social distancing. We're taking extra precautions to help keep you safe. Don't put off emergency care. Visit ercarephysiciansregional.com or call 911 in an emergency.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them. We all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support. We've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
Kennedy at 3, and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Just go there. It's mobile friendly. It's like having an app. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your tablet. You can see Rich Kolko, safety and security expert from Wink News, on the camera right now because he's in studio. It's always good to have him here, and he's busy today in the newsroom on Wink News talking about what happened in Sunrise just the other day. Give me some details on what happened with these FBI agents.
Tragic day in FBI history. Multiple agents killed, 2 agents killed, 3 wounded in executing a search warrant yesterday in Sunrise, Florida, in a crimes against children case. George Pirro is a special agent in charge of the FBI field office in Miami. He gave a statement yesterday afternoon, and he said search warrants are done every single day. I mean, it's a very routine law enforcement operation. That doesn't mean they're not planned out meticulously, which is, the way the FBI does it, but something certainly went tragically wrong yesterday.
And what was the situation? So there was endangerment, child endangerment? Is that what this story was about?
It's crimes against children. There's the production of child pornography. There's viewing child pornography. There's other elements of the statute, having children transfer, travel for sexual purposes, all kinds of things. So the case agent decided with the assistant U.S. attorney that yesterday was the day for conducting a search warrant, whether they were concerned about this person fleeing, destruction of evidence, even worse, another child may be in harm's way.
Right.
The case's natural progression. It was time for a search warrant. Planned it out, went up there, 5 of them, and then this person just saw them on a Ring doorbell or a electronic doorbell through the door and just shot through the door, killed 5 of them. Shot 5 of them, killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
3 of them wounded, and then it was what's called a barricade situation, although nobody knows how long he was actually alive, and then we reportedly took his own life.
So 2 things come to mind, and I was going to ask you about this. The first one is something that you had mentioned off the air, which this was one of the bloodiest days in Miami, but for FBI agents. But this was same
1986.
1986.
Ben Grogan was shot and killed with Jerry. I'm so sorry, I forgot his name at this moment. In Miami, a very infamous case following a bank robbery, and
that was 1986.
1986, okay. and since that time, every FBI agent studies that case, that scenario, and unfortunately now, they're going to have another Miami case to study of what went wrong and what could have gone right. And there's going to be a big review here, which would have started late last night by the time a review team came down from the inspection division at the FBI at headquarters, a shoot review team to go through this thing soup to nuts. And the goal here is not to punish anybody who may have made mistakes, but to identify any corrections so that this never happens again.
Sure. Now, and I know you've got to go into the newsroom to go on Wink News to talk about this as well in just a minute. But we talked about this off air, and I wanted to bring this up again because I think that many times we hear about, and maybe not in this particular situation, but outside of this in law enforcement, when we talk about these no-knock warrants, they've been brought up. They were brought up all last summer, people fighting against no-knock warrants. It's something that we heard all summer long last year. And this is the type of scenario where people say you understand now why there is a concern that we would take this ability out of law enforcement's hands, is that you don't know who's on the other side of the door. And in this particular situation, that's exactly what happened. The person could see who was there at the door. The officers can't see.
Right.
And to be there in a situation, every situation is different, assuming they don't know who's all the details on the other side of the door, who is there and if they have weapons or not. But I would assume the investigation before they walked up to this particular place, that they would know a lot about that.
Sure. They would check his criminal history. They would try and find out what his actions are. They would do what they can to determine if there are weapons in the house. They would want all that information, a full threat assessment before they ever went and knocked on the door. But as far as, no-knock warrant is as you and I have talked about on air a couple times, it's a rare occasion, destruction of evidence, imminent danger to somebody, and they would have had a very difficult time justifying that.
But here is the this is where people say, do you see why we talk about this? Because this is an imminent danger to the officers who don't know who's on the other side.
It's at least a reason. It's at least a starting point to talk about the validity of using no-knock warrants as appropriate.
All right, I know you got to run.
Yeah,
Rich Kolko, Wink News, safety and security expert. We'll do this again. All right, I appreciate you being here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. That's the website. And also you can go to facebook.com/drewsteeleradio. Yeah, I mean, again, in this particular situation, that's why people talk about it. And the protection of officers, the protection of agents. And if they know, and if they have evidence to suggest that somebody on the other side of that door could very well be armed and dangerous, and that type of situation, I understand that there are warrants all the time, as Rich was mentioning, that these type of warrants issued often, but still, you can't look at a situation like that and then not imagine the discussion on the other side about no-knock warrants and what and how the protection of officers is important when you hear this story. All right, 239-479-5592. A couple of things. Oh, man, there's so much to get to this morning. Where do I want to begin at this moment in time? A couple of Florida stories that I did want to mention. I still have yet to play the audio of the governor as he was doing something he does so well, which is pushing back against the press and media when they go after him, knowing full well that no matter what the governor in the state of Florida does, that 2022 is happening right now. It's an election season, and they would love nothing more than to ding him or to get him into some kind of situation where there would be trouble to the point where they could manufacture and drum up some kind of controversy against the governor to harm his political chances in 2022 and possibly in 2024. We'll get to that audio. There was an article in Florida Politics just the other day about the Republican exodus continuing in Tampa Bay as the GOP grapples with the insurrection fallout. And I just wanted to point this out because this is the kind of nonsense that you get from the politicos and the media in this state. Do not think for 1 minute that you don't have local media, state media that is more than happy to go after the GOP, more than happy to go after conservatives, and more than happy to go after the governor politically. And to make something sound like it's worse than it is, Republican voters' exodus continues. Nearly 4,000 GOP voters have left the party in Hillsborough and Pinellas since the Capitol insurrection. The idea of this story is that, these people are leaving in droves. The former GOP members have had enough. They just can't do this. Their party affiliation, they're out. They are out, everybody. We don't want to have anything to do. Now, there may be people that are upset with the party for a lot of reasons, especially if you're considering that you think that the party should dismiss anything and everything Trump. And there's a new day and a new party, and Liz Cheney is where we need to lean. All right, maybe Mitt Romney. Okay, well, anyway, that's not where people want to go. But you keep pushing it there, and the media would like to make it sound that way. It's interesting because when you go to this Florida Politics article and you just go down just a wee bit down the line, you notice this big, giant, huge honking paragraph that's sitting there right in front of you. As they're talking about the numbers of people that have left the party and changed their party affiliation, they go through it. And then there's this little nugget that says the total number of Republican defections since the January 6th insurrection is a pittance compared to overall voter registration. Only 0.8% of overall Republican voters and just 0.2% of all Pinellas County voters. However, it's an uncommon trend and one that's disproportionately affecting the GOP. Okay, you run with that. That's the kind of thing that people get frustrated about with the media and the spin and the way they are putting things out there against the governor, against people in this state, even locally. It's a mess. And to not be able to have places to go, just imagine if you did not have places to go where you can get the truth, where you can find out more and dig deeper into a story that is not being fed to you by a mainstream media that is on the side of leftists in this country, Democrats, all the same. Can you imagine what that would be like? Could you imagine what it would be like in 2022 if there were people in this in Southwest Florida that were running for office, maybe to run as a representative in Tallahassee or in the future to run for a higher office, and then you have big tech companies come along and decide that, yeah, if they start talking about Trump, insurrection, oh, no, we can't, coup, we can't talk about that. We can't have those people talking about anything anymore. We have to dismiss you. We have to erase you. We have to take you out of the equation, and we've got to take you off these social media sites. We can't allow you to spread disinformation. What do you mean? All I did was I voted for Donald Trump for president of the United States. That's enough. That's enough. That's all we need. And that's what the governor is pushing back against. 239-479-5592. I can't see the call screen, by the way, so I know there are folks that are holding. I don't know why. I mean, I know you want to talk, but I don't know what about because Jake's got to give me the screen. Little inside baseball here live. All right, so here's the audio. The governor giving a perfect example. What happened? Is it not there? Oh, we lost this. Oh, the computer. We lost the call screen computer. That's what's going on. It's all over the place. All right. So I wanted to get to this audio, and then I promise we'll get to the calls. Governor DeSantis, fighting back against big tech, has a proposal including imposing a daily $100,000 fine to any tech company that chooses to deplatform a candidate running for office in Florida during an election cycle. Also ensure that tech oligarchs record their promotions of certain candidates as campaign contributions with the FEC, the Florida Elections Commission, I should say, a punishment DeSantis said fits the crime. In other words, if you're taking down somebody's candidacy, but you're allowing somebody else to be there on the platform, well, isn't that a campaign contribution? And if it is, we got to talk about that. And now Ron DeSantis being questioned about this by a reporter and the governor pushing back. Listen to this.
See that there's no requirement for those that are posting on the internet to have any, any kind of regulation or any kind of, accurate portrayal of events. Because a lot of this is, the deplatforming seems to be driven by somebody who did something that provoked the platform's attention.
Okay, so he's talking about the deplatforming just seems to be people that are just provoking, that are causing issues. I mean, is that fair? How could you say that you're going to fine people for deplatforming somebody? Because most of the time, all it is just people that are putting out misinformation, and we want to stop that kind of thing, right? How could you be against that, Governor? Here's the answer.
Well, I think it's been done in a way that's completely unprincipled. They mentioned the Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden's story was true. Okay, we now know was true. And the typical corporate media outlets, they just chose to ignore it. Obviously, they wanted to beat Trump. They had a view on the election. They didn't want to give it any air. So we rely on social media to go around that, not let corporate legacy media outlets control the discourse and let us speak. So you had the New York Post to run it, and you couldn't get any traction. You couldn't get any reach on it because big tech put their thumb on the scale. So that was true. What they said at the time, it's a conspiracy or it's based on hacked information. Are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me if there was hacked information that could damage me, you guys wouldn't print it? Give me a break. You can whiz on my leg, but don't tell me it's raining.
You can whiz on my leg, but don't tell me it's raining. Oh, man, that's good stuff. But he's right. He's absolutely right. The Hunter Biden story was not allowed to be discussed. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about it right now, and I'm sure there's YouTube and Facebook that carry this program at Drew Steele Radio. They're already deciding whether or not they want to take it down. Just go to drewsteele.com. You can watch there at the website. It's mobile friendly. You're going to love it. But, again, he's right. Weren't allowed to talk about it, taking it down because they wanted Donald Trump to lose. They wanted Joe Biden to win. And enough is enough. And it's time to start pushing back. And I think he's got something here. And it drives the left crazy. All right, 239-479-5592. Leanne and Gary, I promise I'm going to get to your calls if you would be kind enough to hold on. But we got to do Drew's College of Political Knowledge. right now. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. How about caller number 3? We'll make it simple. Caller number 3 at 239-479-5592. Caller number 3. You call right now. We'll play Drew's College. Have a little bit of fun and a good civics lessons. If you got kids, gather the kids around the radio. This is important. And then we'll get to your calls coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash at Daniels Parkway in Danport is slowing traffic getting off of the interstate heading west to Palomino Lane. There's also a crash at College Parkway in Kenwood Lane, slowing traffic heading west to Summerlin. If you want to avoid this, you can always just stick to Cypress Lake. We're still unfortunately very packed on that Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers, but traffic's also starting to slow down on Cape Coral Parkway heading east of Coronado Parkway. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, 67 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon, full day of sunshine with some gorgeous conditions. Now for Thursday morning, coldest of the winter season, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Kennedy at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
I cannot tell you how awesome it is when my family comes over and I say, you're going to get great tasting water straight from your faucet. I'm telling you, it's great on your skin, your hair, and your appliances. Think of what your water's doing now. Well, you should call now for your free multi-point Pentair water test. And I'm telling you, you're going to love the way your water tastes with your new Pentair water system. Every faucet in your house, it's the coolest thing ever. And there's a big difference when you call a Pentair water specialist. When you give Max a call at Pentair, trained, uniformed experts in our city and well water. That's a big deal, right? With their mobile showroom, you're wondering what you're going to get. A wide range of water treatment options, and you can see them in front of you. They install your new Pentair water system for you, and the big news right now is Pentair has a new Easy Flow under-counter filtration system. It is certified to reduce 99% of lead. Call now for your free water test, and right now save 15% on your whole home water system like I have in my house. With Pentair, never any sales pressure, so call them. 239-880-7799 or book online at PelicanWestFL.com. Hey, it's Drew Steele visiting with my friend TJ, owner of the Floormeisters in Naples, where if you're talking Core-Tech, you're talking Floormeisters. And the one thing that I love, TJ, is when we're talking about pricing, you got to be straight up with the pricing, right?
Yep, we buy more Core-Tech every day so we can sell it to you cheaper. I buy it by the pallet, by the truckload, so you're making sure you always get the lowest price possible. We keep it here in our 15,000 square foot store. Big selection, big, beautiful showroom to make sure your wife gets exactly what you want, Drew.
Yeah, and how about me? You know, I like to get what I want as well. And also, of course, the color selection, right? You got some new ones.
Got 100 colors right now, and we're adding about 10 to 15 from Core-Tech that just came out for 2021.
So you want to see it for yourself? Go to the Floormeisters. You're going to really love it. 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco. Give them a call, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do.
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth.
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure
adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Donna. Donna's in Venice. Hi, Donna.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD, and your associate's degree question starts right now, Donna.
All right, I am ready.
All right, Donna. Who was the president of these United States in the year 2003? Do you remember who that was?
2003. Bush?
That is correct. All right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's right. All right. You got associates. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. How many years was FDR president of the United States?
4? Question mark? 4, I think.
Oh, no. He was,
4.
he was 3 terms. Yeah. So he was 12. Yeah. He had 3 terms.
I wanted to say 4 times 3.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't finish my answer.
All
4
right.
times 3.
All right, well, let's try this for your bachelor's degree question. When we think of Watergate and we think of a president that announced his resignation in 1974, we think of Watergate. Who are we thinking about? What president are we thinking
Nixon.
about? That is correct.
I'm thinking about Nixon, yeah.
Okay. Yay. All right.
I've been wanting to be on this for so long.
Oh, all right. Well, you're doing well. You're doing well. All right.
A little too excited this morning. That's
all right. So you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Listen carefully. Who did the United States fight in World War II? 3 different countries, mainly, that we were fighting against in World War II. Who was that? Who was the United States fighting against?
World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we fighting against World War II? Let's see, Germany.
Yep.
Let's go for Germany. Japan.
Yep.
Germany, Japan. Oh, damn it. Oh, excuse me. I hope that was okay.
Darn, no, it wasn't, but that's okay.
Darn it. All right.
Japan, Germany,
and drum roll, Korea.
No, it was Italy. It was Italy.
Russia. How about Russia?
No, it was Italy. My goodness. All right. Well.
Hey, we gave him the boot.
Yeah. Italy. Well, listen, and you did. Yeah, I get it. You gave him the boot. I get it. All right. Hey, you did, but you did well. You had fun, and I'm so glad you had a chance to play. You got a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College, and I hope you'll play again soon, Donna. Thanks so much in Venice.
Me too. Great. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you. There she goes. Get it? Italy. We gave him the boot. See what she did there? Jake's shaking his head. Doesn't know what to say. Is it because geographically you don't know what to say, or just because you just don't know what to say? 239-479-5592. We're going to get to your calls coming up. Hey, Seed the Table, Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. We will be there broadcasting live, Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. We'll be there. Hope to see you.
This is Daybreak.
92.5 Fox News.
It's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. The electrical panel is the heart of your home's electrical system. Malfunctions can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk or in the dark altogether. So trust our teams at Mr. Sparky to get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $200 off a panel replacement.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455. Or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He died defending the Capitol. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and this morning, Officer Brian Sicknick's remains lie in honor there in an urn.
As new fencing topped with razor wire still encircles Capitol Hill, President Biden and the First Lady made their way to the rotunda where Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick is lying in honor. The two placed their hands over their hearts, the lawmakers he was protecting as well as his colleagues also getting a chance to pay a final tribute to Sicknick.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. He'll be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. After last month's Capitol attack, metal detectors were set up outside the House. That caused some controversy. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has an update live.
Dave, lawmakers who bypass new metal detectors outside the House chamber now face a $5,000 fine. That's for a first offense. Fines could escalate to $10,000 if they do it again. Democratic Congressman Jim McGovern says the detectors are new, but the rules are not.
President Lyndon Johnson signed a law outlawing weapons on Capitol grounds back in 1967.
The fines were put in place after several Republicans went around the detectors, claiming the screenings violate their constitutional rights. Dave?
Rachel, GOP senators are not happy. Democrats are moving forward on a $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid bill they think is too big. Using a budget reconciliation process they can't filibuster. It could pass next month without a single Republican vote. President Biden signed 3 more executive orders on immigration. One aims to reunite families separated at the border.
I'm not making new law. I'm eliminating bad policy.
He also wants an overarching immigration review. Senator John Kennedy tells Fox.
Illegal immigration is illegal. Duh. Vetting people at the border, as every country does, is not racist. It's prudent.
A failure for SpaceX. A new rocket crashed 6 minutes after launch in Texas. The same thing happened in the first test of the Starship prototype 2 months ago. America's listening to Fox News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Daniels Parkway in Danport is slowing traffic getting off of the interstate heading west to Palomino Lane. There's also a crash at College Parkway in Kenwood Lane, slowing traffic heading west to Summerlin. If you want to avoid this, you can always just stick to Cypress Lake. We're still unfortunately very packed on that Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers, but traffic's also starting to slow down on Cape Coral Parkway heading east of Coronado Parkway. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
I won't give up the ship.
Talking about what matters.
This country is too great to throw over to communism. I love it.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
I was asked the other day if I could explain romance. Hi, it's Joseph Edison. I pondered that for a few moments. Wow, I'm not sure. Romance, it's a mystery, like the deep blue sea. Romance is when somebody makes more time to spend with their sweetie, and we help people do that. Closet Factory's master designers can make time for more date nights, and better organization clears the mind, giving you and your sweetie time to better concentrate on each other. Ah, romance.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. I see we have some folks that are holding on hold. And we're going to get to your calls coming up. We have an open line if you want to join us. Again, 239-479-5592. We're going to be at Seed to Table on Friday. Looking forward to that. Our first Fridays, the first Friday of every month, we're going to be out. We're just going to go out and hang out with you. And we hope to see you at Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. They're opening up an hour earlier so that, obviously so we can get in the building. But, we'll do the show from 6 to 9, and then you can grab a coffee and breakfast, and we get a chance to see you, and that will be fantastic. Our first Fridays, Seed to Table. What better place to start this off and to be at? It's amazing. If you have not yet been to Seed to Table, you are going to absolutely love it. So be there with us Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., at Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table, Livingston, and Immokalee Road in Naples. Hope to see you there. All right, so we got some of Jen Psaki-isms from yesterday, talking about the president's bold executive orders on immigration. Listen, it's just fixing the immorality of the last president. That's all it is. There's nothing to worry about, nothing to see. There's plenty to worry about. So what kind of Psaki-isms did we get yesterday? Oh, there's always something. We've got to...
I'll circle back. If there's more I can share with you, but I'll circle back.
Yeah, there's plenty of Psaki-isms. All right, some calls. Hey, Leanne has been holding so patiently in Naples. Leanne, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. So what's going on, Leanne?
So this isn't of significant importance, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
My kid, I have 5 kids, 7th grade, 6th grade, 4th grade, kindergarten, or 1st grade and preschool. But they heard that you were going to be at Seed to Table, and so they asked me this morning that if they woke up at 4:30 to get ready, if we would go and see the show before school.
Oh.
So we will be there Friday morning because they're super excited.
Oh.
And yeah, that was it.
Oh, well, that's great. That is so awesome, Leanne. I love that. Are they? Do they listen? Are they listening to the program? So they do.
Well, they're not in the car right now. I drop them off at 7:30. But no, they listen to you. We listen to Rush. We listen to Graham Allen. My oldest daughter is like really heavy into politics. She follows my husband on that. But personally, growing up, my grandmother, who raised me, always had either Fox News on, Rush Limbaugh, and she was usually reading a Sean Hannity book. So
nice.
I've always had this in my life, but my daughter is really heavy into politics. And when Hillary Clinton was running for president, she started crying because she said, if Hillary wins, she'll never get to be the first female president.
Oh, I love that. Wow. That's amazing. I have to tell you, you're raising them right. If you see what I did there, raising them right. You like that?
Yes,
little play on you. Okay. So thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake. Yeah. And, because I was worried because, the they said they wanted to come to see the show, and I was thinking, I'm getting all excited and I'm humbled, and it's going to be awesome. And then you're going to tell me that they're just coming to see Jake, which is
No.
Okay, good.
No, my daughter has questions. Like
Oh.
she really hopes she gets to talk to you because
Wow.
she's doing a current events project and she wants to use you as a reference.
Oh boy! All right, no pressure. Well, good. All right. Well, that's going to be fun. So, I guess either let Jake or John Cassio, somebody will be there. We'll have some folks that will be watching folks as they come in and out, and mention that you're there and that we talked. And so I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you so much. And God bless you for raising the kids the way you are and getting them involved, and love that they are. It seems like they're passionate and they love listening, and they're learning, and they are. They're the future.
Everything is a political debate in our house.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, but no, we're excited.
Well, thank you, Leanne. We'll look forward to seeing you at Seed the Table on Friday. Okay, we'll see you then.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Awesome. All right. So there you go, Jake. That's going to be fun. We'll see the kids, and I'm worried. Maybe I should have her come on the air with us, and she can ask me the questions on air, and then this way.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
You can't back down.
I can't back down now. All right. You can see what kind of great event it's going to be. Seed the Table, first Friday, Seed the Table, Oaks Farm, Seed the Table, Livingston, and Immokalee Road in Naples, 6 to 9. Julie Kelly, American Greatness, she will be there, along with Representative Bob Rommel's going to stop by as well. And who knows, maybe some surprise guests. You never know. And you. And so we're excited to see all of you there. All right. Boy, Gary's been holding patiently. I want to get to this Jen Psaki audio, but Gary's been holding so patiently there in Fort Myers, and I don't want him to hold any longer. I want to get him on. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Drew. Hey, I'm at work. I only got like 2 seconds here, so I just wanted to...
Okay, bye, Gary. See ya. Oh, no. Go ahead.
Throw
Sorry.
it out there. Senator Joe Manchin appeared on Brett Baier last night on Fox News, and he said he was going to oppose, doing away with the filibuster rule and opposing some of the craziness that's coming out of the Democratic Party at the moment. And I thought that was great of him to do so, but really he does that because he probably sincerely believes it, but also if he doesn't, he won't get reelected.
Yeah, well, certainly his state is, it's always been, the reason why he's always the one that kind of rides the fence is because he has to, because of the state he's in. In
the same case, though, Drew,
yeah.
we have to give some slack to some of our Republican senators and our Republican representatives that are in swing districts when they have to pretend like or at least say they want to be bipartisan. They have to do it, too, because they have to get reelected. So it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I got to tell you, Gary, I don't like that. You know what I like? I like people standing on their principles. I like people who have their convictions. They stand on those convictions, and they should run on those convictions, win or lose, and that should be the end of it.
49, we'd lose another senator in the Senate. We'd lose less representatives. There are purple districts.
But we might
have to act like they're kind of like trying to play along. In order to get reelected.
Yeah, well, now you're right.
Vote on that matters.
Yeah, no, you are right that they do that because they want to be reelected. But what a for lack of a better way of putting it, I'll use stinky just because my son's listening and I don't want to use any other words. What an awful way to be there in office and to govern. What an awful way to be. Is to be this kind of wishy-washy, hey, all right, what time of the year is it? All right, it's election time. All right, I got to make everybody feel like I'm in the middle now, and I'm on their side. And then once they're elected, it's like, yeah, forget you guys. I'm going to do it.
Drew, that's democracy, and they've done a great job of fooling half the population how the country should be run. And we want to keep more R's in the Congress than D's.
Well, we want it. No. Wait a second, Gary.
Do we want to make it too hard on them?
Yeah, but do we want more R's than D's? Is that what it's all about? Is it all about the letters, or is it about the conviction? Is it about where they stand? Because there's plenty of R's that I can name right out of the gate right now that I'm sure you would look at and say, yeah, I'm not sure they're very R-y, if you know what I'm saying.
That we have some so-called rhinos, Mitt Romney being the worst, that you can't understand how they got elected and why they get reelected. But we do have representatives that do come from swing districts that have to play it a little differently than the hard R or the MAGA agenda. And we have to tolerate them because we have a diverse country. and we only own half of it, and we want to keep that half represented. So I'm just saying we don't want to demonize everybody for trying to at least appear that they're bipartisan. I have to go to work. I love your show.
Okay, well, we love you back.
I listen to your show every day.
Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate it there in Fort Myers. Thanks so much, and I could not disagree more. And just listen, I'm sorry, but these quote-unquote swing districts, and we have to represent everybody. That's what the election is all about. Listen, there too many times we have people that are saying, well, you're not it's too close. It's 50-49 here in this district. And, we're going to vote for somebody that we want to go to Washington, D.C. and represent everybody. How do you think that works? Democrats don't do that. Democrats have absolutely look at what's going on with the budget. Look at what's going on with COVID, with stimulus. They have absolutely. Chuck Schumer is like, we're ramming this baby through. I could care less what Republicans think, and neither could Joe. Well, Joe Biden has no clue. Joe Biden's just signing things. He doesn't even know what he's signing. I mean, he knows there's something on there. There's letters on there, but he's not even looking at the letters. He's just looking at whatever's on his card that people hand him, and that's the end of that. The party has no interest. Democrats have absolutely no interest in doing anything with Republicans. None. And you represent the people of your district. You represent the people that vote for you by telling them what you're voting for, and then you do it in the best interest of the district that you're running in or the state that you're running in. You're doing it for the best interest of, and then you lay it out and you lay your case out. And that's why you're not, I don't know, is that, how many people, raise your hand, unless of course you're driving 10 and 2, how many people vote for somebody because they hear somebody step up to on the stump there, the campaign, and they step up to a microphone and say, I promise that I'm going to do a little bit of everything for everyone. That I got both sides covered. I can totally say, listen, I'm totally against a $15 an hour minimum wage, but I love it. Now, hold on, don't get me wrong. I might vote for it, but it's going to destroy small businesses. But there are other people that want it. Nobody does that. Or maybe they do. I want that guy that's just wishy-washy right in the middle. Can we get more of that? Can we get more Mitt Romneys and Susan Collins? And they're not even wishy-washy. They're not ours. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. 239-479-5592. Totally not where I wanted to go. And I'm not getting a chance to do what I wanted to do, but I'll do that in just a bit because I got too many people calling now. Randall's in Fort Myers. I don't know if Randall's upset. He's happy. He's sad. What is he? Hi, Randall.
Hi there.
Hiya.
I just wanted to say back to what that guy was saying before. That's a bunch of crap. We do not want these wishy-washy people. We do not want people that we don't know which side they're on. I don't care which side you're voting for, but wouldn't it be nice to know who you're voting for? Just like if you like Biden's way, fine. If you like Trump's way or whoever is running, fine. And it don't matter Republican or Democrat. It's what they're going to do for us.
Well, Randall, you're making too much sense, Randall. You got to sit down. You got to relax. You got to stop, Randall. You're just you're getting carried away now. I'm just kidding, Randall. No, thank you for laughing. Whew, I'm just, that nobody wants I've never met anybody who said, I got to have that wishy-wash. I got to get that wishy-wash, that guy that's in the middle. Well, he's going to represent everybody in the district because it's a really close district. Well, then what are you running on? What do I believe? What can I trust? Democrats have no interest in you, Randall. Democrats have no interest in doing anything that's going to be in the middle when it comes to governing. They have no interest in that. Well, I don't know that they've ever had any interest in that, to be quite honest. Randall, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. No, seriously. I mean, I don't know. Todd and Benita wants to help out with this. Todd, what am I missing? Maybe Gary's right. Maybe, no. And listen, and if Gary's listening at work, here's the thing. With Joe Manchin in West Virginia, and, Joe Manchin is the perfect example of things that are wrong. Joe Manchin isn't right now because he's a Democrat who is siding with Republicans. He's a guy who actually has power now. He's a power broker. He's one of the most powerful people in Washington, D.C. right now is not Joe Biden. It's Joe Manchin. That's the reason why he's doing this, because he can get favors. He can get things that he wants. And he holds power by being the decisive vote as to whether or not something is going to happen if everybody stays in party lines. How is that a good thing? Sorry. Go ahead, Todd.
Just a few things, Drew. Didn't Joe Manchin vote against Trump in the impeachment thing? All the times that he supposedly swings Republican, but that time, I remember him voting in the impeachment thing against Trump.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I don't agree with Gary. I understand what he's trying to say, but I think that's the problem with the Republicans. I mean, we saw the Republicans at the end of Trump's term. How many of them turncoated? And how many actually came out and supported him, like Ted Cruz, who we remember the beginning with Ted Cruz and Trump. So, yeah. Well, I think it's time. I really think it's time for a third party.
Well, it's not. I'm going to disagree with you on the third party, and I'll explain why in just a second. But I know what you're saying, and I understand the passion behind what it is you're trying to say. And a couple of things come to mind. Number one, you're spot on when it comes to the people like Ted Cruz, but also remember something. You call them turncoats, the people that walked away from Donald Trump. Here's a dirty little secret, Todd. They were never on his side to begin with. All they did was ride the coattails as things were going well, and they were like, hey, hold on, look at this economy. Hold on a second. Look at the regulations going well. Hey, look at this. We got Supreme Court justices that seem to be conservative. Hold on, there's too many good things that are going on. I might want to kind of ride this wave. Oh, I don't like the way he tweets. Oh, inciting an insurrection. There, I just pulled the Chuck Schumer. I'm so sorry. An insurrection. Oh, no, I'm out. That's what they ended up doing. That's where they are, many people. And, you're going to have to make a decision, not you specifically, but people that are listening. And Todd, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. And Benita, you're all going to have to make a decision here. Because a Republican Party is going to want to go in a direction that is moving away from Donald Trump more and more, because there is a fear that if there is a comeback, a 2.0, a part deux, if you will, that they don't want to be part of what the media is going to be doing. They don't want to be part of what Trump knows and what he was trying to accomplish, because they like their cushy little positions. They like everything the way it was. Listen, all the regulations and all the things that were going on. Listen, we're out there against it. We're talking it down. We're talking all these bad things as Republicans against Democrats and blah, blah. And then in the meantime, they're all the same. The establishment of Republic, they're all the same as Democrats. All they care about is themselves and enriching their buddies, and you see all of that happening, and Donald Trump comes along and says, yeah, I'm not having any of that. And then all of a sudden people are like, hey, you're messing with my good time. I mean, if you want to put it in a kind of light nutshell, as opposed to getting into the specifics. But that's what it is. And you have to decide whether or not you want more Donald Trumps or Joe Manchins. All right, when we come back, top 5 audio clips of the day. Got some Jen Psaki-isms. You got to hear some of the audio. You've got to hear what Jen Psaki talked about with immigration and Joe Biden and what they're going to be doing. And there's a big gaping hole here in the discussion, or a big elephant in the room. Or how about donkey? There's a big donkey in the room that nobody wants to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Also, reminding you that you can watch this program. DrewSteele.com is the website. It's mobile friendly. So go to DrewSteele.com, watch the program. You can still go to Facebook, Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. And don't forget, Friday, Seed to Table will be there, and I'll give you details on our live broadcast from Seed to Table on Friday coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Attention Dish subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing our NFL games and first NFL playoffs, AFC championships, and the Super Bowl. Wink News for your local news and your favorite CBS programs. Take action now. Tell Dish to keep Wink TV.
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
New Year's resolutions are hard to keep, so give your business more than resolutions. Give it solutions from Comcast Business. With fast internet, advanced Wi-Fi, powerful cybersecurity solutions, and 24/7 support, you'll have everything you need to bounce forward.
Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry is hosting our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction this Saturday, February 6th, starting at 11 a.m. in our Fort Myers gallery. Gulf Coast will be auctioning over 1,000 pieces of new high-fashion jewelry, designer jewelry, luxury timepieces, including Rolex, exquisite diamond and estate jewelry, and a huge variety of very cool collectibles. Great gifts for your Valentine at auction liquidation prices. Proceeds will go to the Bonita Bay Veterans Council, a 501c charity. First-time auction buyer, every auction item is pictured, detailed, and described on our website at GulfCoastCoin.com. Bid online or join in the fun at Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry, located on 41. Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelries are proud to help our local veterans and community with our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction. Join us Saturday, February 6th, or visit our website at Gulf Coast Coin to bid and make direct contribution to support our local veterans.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have 2 choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
I work from home. So my home is also my office. And when I'm working, especially since my office is in the back room, I get all of the daytime sunshine. When I'm sitting in my office, I can tell the heat of the day is coming in because it's coming in through my old windows. So one of the benefits I experience directly, day in and day out, is having cooler temperatures in my room as a result of getting Storm Shield windows. My old windows, the heat came in, the room got hot, my air conditioning continued to work harder, and now we don't have any of that.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldswfl.com.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Gary, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Daniels Parkway in Danport is slowing traffic getting off of the interstate heading west to Palomino Lane. There's also a crash at College Parkway in Kenwood Lane, slowing traffic heading west to Summerlin. If you want to avoid this, you can always just stick to Cypress Lake. We're still unfortunately very packed on that Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers, but traffic's also starting to slow down on Cape Coral Parkway heading east of Coronado Parkway. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, it's going to be a cool but sunny and picture-perfect forecast this afternoon. High temperatures in the 60s with absolutely no rain expected. Now for your Thursday morning, heads up, likely to be the coldest of the winter season so far. 30s and 40s with even the potential for some patchy inland frost. And there is even a freeze watch in effect for DeSoto, Highlands, and Glades counties. Now 70 degrees as we rebound by the afternoon, mostly sunny, and then 80 degrees Saturday, 70s on Sunday, and that will be our next best chance of rain with an approaching front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Did you know that every day 1,000 people move to Florida? Many come from New York, and it's easy to see why, because Florida does it better. In Florida, we have a balanced budget, term limits, and a part-time legislature. Even though Florida has 3 million more residents, New York's annual budget is twice the size of Florida's. Here in Florida, we have no state income tax and a balanced budget. New York has a state income tax, but is still $13 billion in debt. When COVID hit, New York closed their economy, and it's still closed. But here in Florida, we're open for business. And finally, New York is governed by Democratic Socialists, but Florida's been governed by Republicans for over 3 decades. So if you moved here from New York, welcome home. And remember, the redder the state, the better the state. This is State Representative Spencer Roach. I'm proud to be a Floridian. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
Hey, Sean Hannity here again for Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these 3 things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all 3, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all 3 questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hey, Dave, what's going on with your sink? It's full of water.
Really slow to drain.
You tried all the...
Yes, I've tried all the...
Just asking.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse.
So maybe...
Now the downstairs sink is slow, too. I don't dare flush the toilet.
Dave...
What's the point of having running water if it doesn't run out again?
Dave...
I might as well give up on indoor plumbing completely, build an outhouse, and haul water up from the river in a bucket!
Dave! So, what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out and gets the water moving again, and things go back to normal.
That's best?
Well, yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks standing by, waiting for last-minute calls.
Right now?
Right now.
I don't need to build an outhouse?
It's a little chilly this time of year.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Indoor plumbing is a miracle, isn't it?
Yeah, only when it's working.
Oh, man.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Top 5 audio clips of the day coming up. Just want to remind you, Seed to Table will be there 6 to 9 a.m. on Friday, our first Friday event. We're calling it First Fridays. And we're going to be out every first Friday of the month to get out, to hang out with you. Seed to Table, Alfie Oaks, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table. We'll be there and looking forward to it. If you've been to Seed to Table, you know how amazing it is. If you haven't been, boy, you're going to find out how amazing it is. It's incredible. And we're going to be there at 6 a.m., so they're going to open up an hour earlier so that you can hang out with us, have a great breakfast and more. Seed to Table, the corner of Livingston and Immokalee in Naples. So wherever you are in Southwest Florida, I hope you'll make a morning of it and hang out with us. Lots of seating. We'll be upstairs on the stage and looking forward to seeing you there on Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., Seed to Table in Naples, where we will be broadcasting live our first Friday of the month. All right, you can watch this program, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's, drewsteele.com, the website. It's mobile friendly, so you can watch wherever you are. You can take us to work, you can take us in the car, you can take us on your smart device, your mobile phone, or watch on the computer. And you can go to Facebook if you want, facebook.com/drewsteeleradio as well. All right, time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's a 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
I want to make it clear, there's a lot of talk, with good reason, about the number of executive orders that I have signed. I'm not making new law. I'm eliminating bad policy. What I'm doing is taking on the issues that 99% of them, that the last president of the United States, issued executive orders I thought were very counterproductive to our security, counterproductive to who we are as a country. particularly in the area of immigration.
Yeah, you don't get to do this. Well, I mean, if you want to do it, you go right ahead. But we might have something to say about it. These executive orders, the executive actions, almost 40 executive orders and actions by President Biden as he continues to do this. The will of the people. Hey, forget about all of that. And as a matter of fact, this whole getting along, forget about that. And hey, this whole idea constitutionally that we should have Congress, legislate, figure out what it is that we're going to be doing, and then you put pen to paper after the fact. Yeah, we could throw that out as well. The dictator, Joe Biden, moving along with more executive orders and actions under the guise of, the last guy was bad and we got to fix all the bad things the last guy did. And that's not your gig.
Number 4.
But in the end, I think it's a good project. I believe in climate change, but I also think that this one pipeline isn't going to turn it around, isn't going to turn our climate around, and it's not going to make it in markedly worse situations. But so in the end, I supported the Keystone Pipeline.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to do that. That is Senator Tester, Democrat, there, and he was part of the Appropriations Committee on with CNN when asked about, hey, listen, the whole job loss thing with the Keystone XL pipeline. And what do you think about that? And he's like, I was for the Keystone XL pipeline. It was a really bad idea. CNN's like, hey, can we get another guest on? This guy's not following the script.
Number 3.
Well, look, no disrespect to Secretary Kerry, but he's living in la-la land. And you're going to tell a 50-year-old woman who's been working for an oil and gas company, who's developed extraordinary expertise, who has kids in school, who has a mortgage to pay, just to quit your job because we're going to fire you anyway, and go back to school, and then you can go work in a green job, but we haven't told you which one yet.
That about sums it up. That's Senator John Kennedy, Republican, who was on last night, I believe, in Fox News Primetime, who was talking about the Biden executive orders and everything that's happening with green energy and the Keystone XL pipeline and the loss of jobs. And he's like, is that what you're going to do now? You're going to tell them to go build solar panels? That's what everybody is saying. Hey, listen, no problem. Just John Kerry, go build solar panels. Hey, can somebody whistle for my private plane? I've got to go to my mansion. Can we get that going on? Carbon footprint. That's for the other guys.
Number 2.
So we rely on social media to go around that, not let corporate legacy media outlets control the discourse and let us speak. So you had the New York Post to run it, and you couldn't get any traction. You couldn't get any reach on it because big tech put their thumb on the scale. So that was true. What they said at the time, it's a conspiracy, or it's based on hacked information. Are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me if there was hacked information that could damage me, you guys wouldn't print it? Give me a break. You can whiz on my leg, but don't tell me it's raining.
That's the governor of the state of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis, who was announcing yesterday, hopefully with the Republican-controlled state legislature, working together to condemn big tech companies and proposing legislation to protect Floridians' privacy rights and penalize Silicon Valley giants for taking actions against political opponents and citizens through shadow banning and algorithm manipulation. And he was making the point, look at what they did with Hunter Biden and the Hunter Biden story and how they suppressed that and what they did to the New York Post and taking that away, that ability, because they desperately wanted Joe Biden to win the election and picking and choosing and making those choices. No, we're not going to allow that to happen here in the state of Florida. And by the way, if there was some kind of hacked information like he was describing, talking about the media, you wouldn't go after him with hacked information if it was out there, and then you heard the way he explained it. It's classic.
Number 1.
Soon. Asked whether the president has made a decision on keeping the scope of Space Force.
Wow, Space Force. It's the plane of today. It is an interesting question. I am happy to check with our Space Force point of contact. I'm not sure who that is. I will find out and see if we have any update on that.
There's your latest Jen Psaki-ism, being asked about Space Force and whether or not it's going to kind of stay the way it is and what the Joe Biden plans to do as president. And Jen Psaki with her Psaki-ism. Space Force, that plane. Like she doesn't know what Space Force is, and of course mocking it because it came during the Trump administration, and then she doesn't know who the point of contact is. It's Space Force. It's It's a branch of the United States Armed Forces. She doesn't know who to. Maybe she should go check the website. There's a website that you could actually go to. That's a Space Force website if she needs some.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Oh, those Jen Psaki-isms. Maybe she'll circle back.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. But I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you.
Do you have any idea how in your head? All right, sorry. Do you have any idea how in her head you are as a conservative who likes to question Jen Psaki and her Psaki-isms, and how you're not allowed to do that because she's a genius? Oh, she is. It's unbelievable how calm and cool and just incredible she is at that podium. It's what we've longed for and needed. That's what the media is talking about. Of course, that's somebody you've been longing for. You've been longing for somebody who will just do what you say and maybe get together and huddle up and say, hey, listen, I'm going to let you ask this question. Don't ask this question. If you ask me a Space Force question, I have no idea what that is. So don't ask me that one. And if you do, I'll roll off something humorous anyway. And together we can go after the former president of the United States for as long as I'm here. What do you say, guys? Break! That's the huddle. That's actually a pretty good rendition of a huddle right there, wasn't it?
I don't think they whispered, but it was good.
239-479-5592. Remember, towards the end of the program here each and every day at this time, we do the thing. So if you have something you want to talk about, you can call us 239-479-5592. And whatever's on your mind, whatever your thing is today, whether or not it's $1.9 trillion of COVID relief that's going to be rammed down your throat without Republicans. That's what Chuck Schumer wants to do. Who needs Republicans? Are you kidding me? $1.9 trillion. We got to have that money to pay all those states that have completely destroyed their economies and the things that they have done and the money that they owe and everything else. But we got to, if that's not included, all bets are off, and then we're going to ram it through, and we're going to make it sound like it's for the good of the American people and cash in your pocket, but it's really about something else because that's what they do. Maybe you want to talk about the governor and going after big tech. Maybe you want to talk about Jen Psaki and when she was talking about the president, Joe Biden, and what he wants to do with immigration, some of the ridiculous things that she was mentioning about the latest with this EO on immigration and these executive actions that he's taking.
Today's actions do a number of things.
What do they do?
The first executive order creates a task force chaired by the Secretary of Homeland Security to reunify families, which will work across government to find parents and children separated by the prior administration.
All right, so there's a little bit to that. You know, the family separation thing, and it was the evil Trump administration separating families, and it was the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Just got a message from them that wants to remind you that virtually all the children who were separated from accompanying adults during the 2019 border surge have been reunited with their parents or legal guardians. The small number who remain separated are because why? Why is it? Why did this happen to begin with, everybody? It happened because adults accompanying them were not their parents or guardians. They didn't know. So they were separate. What are they supposed to do? Going to put them with adults? And then what happens to a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old? What happens to those kids? You don't even want to think about what could possibly happen to them. You forget to ask about that. Or maybe their parents chose to leave them in the U.S. as unaccompanied minors rather than return to their home countries as a family unit. There's a lot of questions there. But no, it's all about the evil Trump administration. So let's roll with those policies.
The second executive order develops a strategy to address the root causes of migration across our borders and creates a humane asylum system, including directing DHS to take steps to end the Migrant Protection Protocols program.
The Migrant Protection Protocols program. Well, what is that? What about it? The declaration by the Biden administration that the answer to massive surges of people crossing the borders illegally is to address root causes of migration from Central America sets new standards for the high art of bureaucratic obfuscation and eloquently stated gibberish. That's the way that they're putting it there at the Federation for American Immigration Reform. And Mr. Biden saying he has no intention of ever securing America's borders or preventing mass incursions of migrants, and that American taxpayers are going to continue to subsidize failing foreign economies and substandard living conditions. Talks about that all of these issues that they are are doing right now when it comes to immigration and these executive actions, executive orders, the fact that the taxpayers are paying. You know, when she talks about the, what is it?
The Migrant Protection Protocols Program,
which is what?
Led to a humanitarian crisis in northern Mexico.
Okay, so it's all about the humanitarian crisis manufactured in northern Mexico, and it's because of our policies that's happening, and we have to do something with tax dollars to protect those. Let me just make this short and sweet and to the point. Not once did we hear anything about people crossing the border, coming here and making their way en masse to our border, getting ready to cross our border very soon en masse, because they're getting the word in Central and South America that the Biden administration is going to allow us to come on in, and the legalization of 20 million plus 80 million. Who knows how many million it's going to be? And not once do we hear about something that is right in front of your face. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You can't check everybody to see. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to test them? You're going to give them rapid tests as they're crossing the border? What are you going to do? You're going to have a box there that everybody can take a rapid test and mail it in to let us know that they don't have COVID, they don't have the vid, but they're coming across the border? Is that what we're going to do? And they don't care. How do I know they don't care? Because there was a reporter that says, do you guys care about this?
What is the Biden administration's message to people who may see this in the news in the next few days and think, oh, they're changing the policy. Now might be a good time to go north.
Might be a good time to go. They're doing it right now.
Well, the message continues to be what it has been, and I appreciate you asking the questions because it is confusing as we take a lot of these steps forward. One is that this is not the time. We want to put in place an immigration process here that is humane, that is moral, that considers applications.
I just got to stop. It's moral. We got to put something together that's right. It's not the time to rush the borders right now, if you don't mind. No, they're coming. And so what we're supposed to do is follow the lead here of the Biden administration. Got to mask up. We all got to mask up to stop the spread. No evidence that masks work, but you got to mask up. Got to have masks on transportation. Got to have them everywhere. Trains, buses, planes, your cars, Ubers, whatever. Everybody's got to mask up. Got to vaccinate. You got to do all of these things. We got to figure out what we're going to do to stop this virus, except secure a border from individuals. Thousands of people crossing the border en masse, coming to the border and crossing the border, and not one of them can we find out physically how they are. Are they bringing the vid across the border? No way to tell, but that's fine. You're putting policies in place that are making this happen. And she said, now's not a good time. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to it. No, you need to get the security. Do you see the reason why we need to continue to build a wall and secure the border now more than ever? It's because of the pandemic, and you can't even say that because it's political, but obvious. Thank you for your Psakiism of the day.
I'll circle back.
Awesome. All right, Glenn Beck is next. Matt Devitt's got our forecast for the remainder of the day. How are we doing, Matt?
After the chilly start, 67 degrees.